Hey everybody, SeaSlug here, and like I said, I went to a BGC tournament, and out of all the battles I had, this is definitely the best one, I would say. My opponent's team, I kind of wish that this battle preview would, show all 6 of our Pokemon, because the battle kind of starts as soon as you see each other's team preview, because, you're trying to figure out what they are potentially going to lead it with, and what other Pokemon they're going to have in their team. And this actually feels a lot like I actually felt like a little bit like if I was back in the 4th gen, because as you see I know that he has the Tyranitar and the Meowstic now, but I don't at this point know what his other 2 Pokemon. He is going to end up switching out into his Salamence to get the Intimidate off. I don't necessarily know what other purpose that it could have served. I mean, both my Pokemon out on the field do hit with attacks, or they're attack based, and I guess since he sent or called back his Tyranitar, he can send it in later to get the Sandstorm up. But yeah, that Meowstic is gonna be a huge annoyance, as it's gonna just set up screens. I go for a Protect on my Kangaskhan because I was kind of expecting it to go for a Fake Out on it. And I believe Meowstic is, just faster than Kangaskhan, so, it would outspeed anyway. It's got the Charm, which is also pretty annoying, because now at -3, my Kangaskhan really isn't going to be doing anything. And I think I went for Return. As you can see, it does pretty much nothing. That and the Rock Slide do pretty much nothing. Salamence does end up missing my Aerodactyl with the Draco Meteor, which, this kind of sucks. However, he is going to get some serious revenge. As you see, he's going to go for the Thunder Wave, I guess targeting my Kangaskhan, but nope, I just decided to switch out of there, send in my Amoonguss. And my Amoonguss, at the time, I was like, okay, it's paralyzed, no big deal, but it is going to get fully paralyzed just so many times. It honestly just, man, it was pretty freaking annoying. But yeah, I'm just going to keep going for the Stone Edge on my Aerodactyl, just, keep trying to whittle these guys down. What's called the Meowstic. I should have realized this, but yeah, that Meowstic should have been like my #1 priority, because it's got, Reflect, it's got Safeguard, and Charm, all those other annoying stuff. So like right now, I'm just going for the Charm on my Aerodactyl, but whatever, that Charm doesn't really affect me, because I'm kind of just trying to get some flinches going, and I get fully paralyzed, which was so freaking annoying, because if I did not get fully paralyzed, that Rotom would have been asleep. And what's called that Meowstic, as you see right now, is gonna go, okay, wait, I go for a Protect, but as you're gonna see right here, the Meowstic goes for a Safeguard, which is just so freaking annoying, because I ended up going for a Spore this turn on the Meowstic. Thankfully, I guess the Rotom, did go after my Aerodactyl. Anyway, gonna go for Rage Powder, kind of just to, get the Charm and all that stuff out of away from my Aerodactyl. Just gonna go for another Rock Slide, weaken them down a little bit, and the Rotom goes for the Will-O-Wisp. Obviously on my Aerodactyl, but since thanks to the Rage Powder, it kind of helped me out that turn. Anyway, Tyranitar is gonna come back in once again to get up the Sandstorm. I go for a Protect. I don't exactly remember why. Well, I guess the Rotom was gonna go after me, but then I get fully paralyzed, which is pretty annoying. That turn, I did end up going for a Giga Drain on the Rotom, so yeah, I get fully paralyzed a couple times when I was trying to go for a Giga Drain on the Rotom, which really just screwed me over later on, as you'll see. But what's called Tyranitar is gonna go for a Rock Slide, taking out my Aerodactyl, and what's called my Amoonguss flinches, which is like if if it didn't flinch, it would have just gotten fully paralyzed. But yeah, the flinch right there honestly didn't matter. I'm pretty sure I went for a Giga Drain on the Rotom, because I'm honestly just trying to kill that thing, because it's got the Will-O-Wisp, and that poses a big problem against my Kangaskhan. Anyway, this turn, what I'm gonna do is gonna use Rage Powder to get the Will-O-Wisp away from my Rotom, and try to kill that Rotom off with a Return. Now that my Kangaskhan's attack back up, but Rotom has to go and get fully freaking paralyzed. And that ends up costing my Kangaskhan to get the burn. But yeah, my Kangaskhan still not completely useless. It's still it still hits twice, and it still has the priority Sucker Punch, so I can you know, kind of try to use that to maybe take out its Meowstic, although its Meowstic doesn't really have any moves. But the safeguard ends up running out, which kind of had me worried. I was trying to figure out whether he was gonna want to try to get like another Reflect or a Charm, or like whether he was gonna, you know, get up its safeguard, because it would have really helped if I can, you know, get something to sleep. Ultimately, I decided to not go for it, just go for the Giga Drain on the Rotom, and you know, it just protects itself. And look at that, if I would have just hit a Giga Drain earlier on, that Rotom would have been dead right now. Anyway, by this point I already know what his entire team is. You know, Meowstic, Rotom, Salamence, and Tyranitar. Meowx is out of the way, and his Salamence and Rotom are pretty damn weak right now. And my Amoonguss is still at such a high amount of health that I'm kind of just thinking if I could just get rid of the Salamence, you know, maybe just, you know, kill off that Rotom, and you know, just pick off that Rotom, and you know, get it down to its Tyranitar with my Amoonguss still with, you know, a ton of health. I can put that Tyranitar to sleep and just, you know, try to kill that thing with some you know, Giga Drains. However, this turn I do something so freaking stupid. I double target the Rotom. If I would have just gone for Sucker Punch on that Salamence, I'm pretty sure I would have taken that thing out. Maybe, you know, gone for a Giga Drain on it, or, you know, Amoonguss really didn't matter that turn. But yeah, that was really freaking stupid. It's like, it's the kind of thing where, you know, as soon as you made the move, you realize that you just, like, seriously screwed up and pretty much just lost. Like, I was honestly just like kicking myself when I made that move. So yeah, I should have just gone for the Sucker Punch. You know, Salamence would have more than likely gone down. His Rotom would have protected, but you know, Talonflame would have came in. Tyranitar, or actually I could have used my Talonflame to, you know, just Brave Bird or U-turn, finish off the Rotom. Or actually not U-turn. U-turn, as you saw, didn't really kill. But yeah, just like Brave Bird, finish off the Rotom. Spore the Tyranitar after it goes for like a Rock Slide, taking out my Brave Bird. You know, Spore it, put it to sleep, and then just keep going for Giga Drains. I don't think his Tyranitar could have done anything to my Amoonguss. I'm pretty sure if I had gotten into that situation, I would have won. But yeah, that was honestly a pretty good battle. And I honestly feel that if I could have just won that battle, I would have probably got in first place at the, you know, at the tournament. And speaking of first place, somebody else who honestly thought they were pretty much going to win was my sister. What's it called? Before the event started, I convinced her to participate. However, she didn't have a team, and we had like 30 minutes before it started, so we were just like in the store, just me trying to clone some of my Pokemon, trying to remember how you cloned, and then, you know, I figured out, you know, like the best way. But still, even after I figured it out, I still had some troubles and all that. But yeah, I got her team. She did pretty well, but it was just that last match when she actually played someone who knew what they were doing that kind of just destroyed her. So yeah, it kind of sucks for her, but still she had fun, even though she doesn't want to admit it. And yeah, I'm definitely looking forward for like the next event. You know, hopefully, you know, sometime during spring break, something up in Hollister, I believe, will, you know, come up again. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and later, folks.